Shalom, I give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS, and shalom to all the elect brothers and the few sisters of the nation Israel. Today we ain't really got no topic, so we're gonna go into an open forum today. So all the brothers that's outside, that's watching us live, man, we told water for y'all watching this. And right now, man, we are living in the time of prophecy, man. 2018, today's the 1st of May. It's all prophecy today on who? That nigga Donald Trump, man. That Edomite Donald Trump. But the Most High set up Donald Trump to do what, man? Bring America down, man. And the more stuff to bring upon Donald Trump, man, the more confusion is to blind you people, man. Because there's something going on in the background, man. There's too many stuff that's coming up, man, about Donald Trump, man, taking people's mind away from the real issue that's going on in the background. See if people are going to scripture to do it out. So.
Okay. I got the first scripture. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, and sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child."
Yeah, so when they say peace and safety, man, then sudden destruction, man, shall come upon them, man, as a child. Look it on out.
So I'll read it again from the top. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. Matter of fact, I saw that verse too. It says, wait till this pass by. It says, "For yourselves," and this is referring to the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, and the Israelites are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, you are the chosen nation above all other nations on the planet Earth. The Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, made 18 nations on the planet Earth, and He chose one out of the 18 nations that He made to be a special people unto Himself. That nation is the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, but this is referring to the elect. All right, the Apostle Paul is speaking to the elect brethren of the elect of the nation of Israel, Slakia. All right, so it reads, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, whom the world ignorantly and collectively call God in Jesus Christ, all right, so cometh as a thief in the night." So the day of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is going to come as a thief in the night, and a thief doesn't warn or tells, his victim, when he's going to come through the window, man, or the back door. All right, he comes unaware.
So yeah, man, that day of destruction, man, one of the Most High told his disciples, man, in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, they asked him if you're gonna take down the Romans, man. He told them no, he didn't care to take down the Romans, man. But he gave them some clues what's gonna happen, man, when the end is gonna come. It's gonna have rumors of war, rumors of war. Right now, in the beginning stage of what? World War III. Pestilences, famine, martial law, the mark of the beast, man. So all these prophecies that's going on, man, it's all going to head up to what? That final prophecy, which is the destruction of America. And ain't nobody know, man, when America is going to be destroyed, man. And ain't nobody know when the Mossad is going to send his son back here, man, Yahushua, to destroy America, man, through the four corners of the earth. The Lord just giving you ideas, man. The Lord said, "You're gonna come back as a thief in the night, man. So we gotta keep watch, man. What I mean by keep watch? Keeping the scriptures, man. Keep being brotherly to the brothers. Keep doing the shows. Keep watching the news, linking up the news with the prophecy and the scriptures, man. That's how you're gonna keep watch, man. That's how you're gonna watch for that thief."
Right. Verse 3. "But when they shall say peace and safety, and sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child."
Yeah, so when it say peace and safety, man, then sudden destruction, man, shall come upon them as the travailing of a child. Like 2000, September 11, man, 2001. These people was going to work, man. They didn't know. On September 10, 2001, man, the people didn't thought that was going to happen, man. But when they went to work that day, they had to jump off a building, or some of them caught fire, man. That jet fuel, man, that should burn you up, man. So you don't know, man. Nobody know, not even us know, man, when the Lord is gonna come back. So the Lord is gonna come upon you, man. When a woman giving birth, a woman give birth unexpectedly, man. So the destruction of America is gonna come unexpectedly, as a thief in the night. You can't say it's going to take 3 months away from the truth, 6 months, 9 months away from the truth. But when you're then you're going to come back. The Lord ain't going to let you back, man. Only if you go to another state or another country where there's Israelite brothers, GMS brothers, man, you're pushing the word. That's the only way you can come back. But if you actually walk with the truth, man, you think you're going to come back, the Lord's going to catch you, man, as a thief in the night.
It says, and they shall not escape.
Yeah, so nobody's going to escape, man. The only one that's going to escape in that day is the elect. I'm hoping we're hoping that we are the part of the elect, man. You gotta do, if you want to know you're part of the elect, man, let's do what the Lord told us to do, man. He said in the last, man, the elect shall be saved. So you got to be doing the work of a prophet, man. Prophesying, man, being brotherly to brothers, calling brothers up, checking brothers up, man. Then you're going to be part of the elect, man. Nobody knows they're part of the elect. Only how you going to know part of you if you're a part of the elect? When you're on those ships, man, then you're going to, when you're on those ships, those chariots, then you're going to say, damn, I'm part of the elect.
This is, that's it?
Come.
It said Daniel 4:17. This is Daniel 4:17, and it says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones.
Yeah, the watchers is who? The Most High, His Son. The Holy One is who? The angels.
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Yeah, so Daniel is breaking down this vision, man. To who? To this Babylon, to this Assyrian, man, breaking down the vision. Nebuchadnezzar, he's breaking down Salakia, he's breaking down Nebuchadnezzar's dream for him, man. Read it again, bro.
This is Daniel 4:17.
Yeah.
This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Yeah, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So you're telling King Nebuchadnezzar, man, that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Right here in America, America got a king, a so-called king, which is Donald Trump, man. So everything you see Donald Trump is doing, man, the Most High control it, man. The Most High got his angels doing that, man. On the left-hand side, ain't nothing free will, man. Donald Trump ain't gonna get up one morning and see he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. He's gonna sign a deal with he's gonna sign a nuclear deal with who? With North Korea. It ain't like that, man. Everything is played out. The Most High already played out the destruction of America, man. The destruction of America, man, is already been written. Just be sorry to see Donald Trump trying to go to Iran and take away Iran nuclear missiles, trying to make a deal with North Korea, man. Don't be fooled, man. The Most High control everything, man. So the Most High is playing with Donald Trump, man.
And it says, and giveth it to whomsoever he will.
Yeah, so the Most High, you can also get the Most Job 9:24. Read it again, brother.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
So the Most High give the kingdom, man, to whosoever he will. He could have given the kingdom to Israel, but Israel didn't deserve the kingdom, man. So he get the kingdom to who? Moses. Moses was the first king. If you didn't know, Moses was the first king of Israel, man. And he gave it to who? King David. After King David, he gave it to King David's son, King Solomon. And the whole world had 40 years of peace, man. And when King Solomon passed away, man, our people, man, they started fighting against each other, man. He had a northern kingdom fighting against the southern kingdom. And most of these kings, man, after King Solomon passed away, man, these Israelite kings, man, they were wicked. That's why the Most High took away the kingdom from us, man, and give it to these different nations. Because prophesied in the book of Deuteronomy, man, and they're going to take away our power and give it to these different nations.
It says, and set it up over it the basis of men.
So if you come into the street, man, and you're Israelite and you're part of the elect, man, and you understand the scripture, man, when you understand the scriptures, man, all your thoughts change, man. Because the first time I heard the scripture read, though, man, everything I had in the world, man, say, damn, this scripture covers a lot. Make me know why Mosai set up Edomites, man. Why the Mosai set up, when I came into the street with the power, President George Bush was in power, man, and the apostles and the elders, they break that scripture down, proving to you, man, that whatever George Bush was doing, man, the Mosai controlling, man. Whatever Obama was doing, the Mosai controlling, man. Whatever Putin is doing, man, the Mosai the Most High control him. And who's the basis of man? Basis of man, like, is the lowest part of the house, the base man. That's the so-called white man. These so-called white men, these Edomites, these so-called Jews, man, they are the basis of man. They are the lowest of the lowest, man. So when you hear that scripture breakdown, man, like that, the Most High control everything, so you ain't got nothing to fear no more. So even these cops on these streets, the military men, we ain't supposed to be scared of them, man. The Most High is the one that controls them, man.
Con. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Yeah, the earth, man, the Most High take the power, the rulership of the planet Earth, man, and give it into who? The hand of the wicked. Who's the wicked? If you don't know by now, man, there's a wicked on the planet Earth, man. The so-called white man. The so-called white man came into power to who? To the Greeks. And then the Romans, but he was locked up for 1,000 years. But it's 1,000 years, man. This 1,000 years of rulership, man, is already passed already. The so-called white man, 1,000 years, man, is already passed. And you Jewish rabbis, man, and you scholars that know the Bible, you know that you Edomites, man. And you know that your 1,000 years of rulership is already passed. So your rulership is up, man. Keep going on.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Yeah, he covered the faces, man, of the judges of thereof, man. The head judges who? The Most High and the Son. Yahushua, man. He paint over the image of our Lord, man. Yahushua, man. The angels. He wiped the iconic cleanser. He whitewashed the images, man. He broke the noses off of his images, man. The face of images, man. The only person that brave enough to do that, man, and wicked enough to do it, and cruel enough to do it is who? These so-called white people, man. Sat them back in the Roman Empire. The Borgia family.
It says, if not, where and who is he?
They say the so-called white man is not the wicked man. Tell me who is the most wickedest person in the world? These gooks are ruling the planet Earth, man. These Africans are ruling this planet Earth. These Arabs are ruling the planet Earth. The number one money people trade is the dollar bill, man. These nations is still trade with the dollar bill, man. And what country does the dollar bill go back to, man? America. They don't trade a yen. They don't trade a ruble. They trade a some of these countries say they're gonna start trading gold and silver, but 2018, man, May 2018, they still trading the dollar bill. So the so-called white man, he is that wicked. That's all.
Yeah, this is Psalms 55 and 20, and it says he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. So yeah, man, and as the brother was saying, man, these so-called white people, man, that's their MO, man. Violence and breaking promises and covenants, man. All right, that's their history, man. All right, that's a characteristic of the wicked, man. All right, the so-called white man made what? Hundreds of peace treaties with the Native Americans, man, and they broke them all, man. All right, even right now, man, they trying to break the peace treaty that not the peace treaty, but the contract that they made with the Iranians under Obama's administration, man.
Sure.
So that's what they do, man. They you know what I'm saying? They have you sign a contract and they just break that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in the day, like a handshake, your word meant something. You know what I'm saying?
Your word was your bond.
Exactly, your word was your bond, man. This so-called white man, man, he get that shit in writing,
Sure.
and he still break that shit, man. Okay? So that's a characteristic of the wicked, man. He has broken every covenant that, let me read that again. It says, this is Psalms 55 and 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. Yeah, man. So everybody has that so-called peace with the white man, man. They go out their way, man, to bring violence, man. All right? You see it. They didn't have no problem with Saddam Hussein when they were working with him. All right? And what they want his oil fields or whatever, and they went over there and put his lights out, man. You know? Same thing with Assad. Same thing with Gaddafi. These people didn't have any problems with America like that, man. For them to go over there and destroy their country, man. Look at Libya, man. Libya was one of the, what I want to say, better countries on the earth, man. All right? And now, they got fucking, they selling Libyan slaves now, man. Like, it's crazy, man. All right? verse 21, and it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So yeah, man, the so-called white man, he can't wait to stab you in your back, man. All right? The previous scriptures say, hey man, he had broken his covenant. Okay, they make promises, and in the back of their mind, they're like, yo man, we don't give a fuck about that, man. We just softening you up, and we're gonna run in your shit, and we're gonna kill everything, man, and take what you have, man. All right? I was watching a documentary a couple years ago, man. It's like some tribe in Brazil or some shit, right? And the dude say, yo, the so-called white man, he don't come in your country. If he come to you, man, he wants something, man. I was like, how this nigga in the middle of the jungles and he know that shit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And that's the MO of the wicked, man, the so-called white man, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the whole world right now is beginning to realize, figure it out finally who the wicked are, man. All right?
Oh, that's it. I got a precept. This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. And the so-called white man has spoken sweet words to the Native Americans via his peace treaties when he came over here, man. All right? Speaking sweet words when he go to these different countries. All right? But at the back of his head, he's imagining how to gain something from these different countries and how to overthrow them, man. All right, he's a cancer to the earth. All right, the Edomites are a cancer to the earth, which are going to be exterminated in the kingdom, man, after 1,000 years. All right. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, and the heart is your mind, man. All right. It says, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. It says he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And that's like the brother was saying, that's the MO of the so-called white man, which are the Edomites. All right, which are the border of wickedness pursuant to the book of Malachi, the 1st chapter, the 4th verse, man. All right, they speak smooth words, you know, with their covenants. All right, but at the back of their head, they're trying to cook a way up. All right, gather a recipe on how to overthrow you, man. All right, and it's gonna seem as though, you know, he's all cool and nice, you know, for a short while, but then next thing you know, he's gonna just turn his back and then take you right out, man. Take your resources, take your women, kill your children. All right, kill the fathers. All right, set up his military bases, man. All right, that's why these other countries are shifting into war mode, man. That's why all these different countries are speaking against America, because they see that this devil, the one that's ruling it, which is a so-called white man, the Edomites, they see that this devil is nothing but a cancer to the earth, man. And what do you do with a cancer? You cut it off, man. All right, you cure it. You get rid of it. All right, and the only way that the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna cure this cancer from off of the earth is via slavery, man, and destruction. All right. So that's it. That was the
Revelation 18 and 2.
This is 2. This is Revelation 18 and 2, and it says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
If you don't know, man, by now America is Babylon the Great, man. The ancient Babylon is still here today. Ancient Babylon been destroyed, but this Babylon is talking about who? America. America is a confused land, man. America changes everything around, man. You can't say they want everybody to agree with that faggot ass doctrine, man. Is it okay to walk to it's okay for a man to be a faggot or a tranny? You gotta accept them when you see it. You gotta accept it. Because they come after you, man. No one knows America's a backward ass country, man. That asshole Bruce Jenner, man, became a woman and they put him in the front of the woman of a year. How the hell are you gonna be a woman of a year and he was born a man? And these people, they accept this abomination, man, as a goddamn woman, man. you're supposed to take him out in the back, man, and burn him. Before you burn him, you gotta stone him first, man. In the public, back in Israel, man, we had public execution, man. That's why everybody followed the law. Either you're gonna stone somebody, bring them to the priest, and the priest gonna see if you're wrong or you're right. But if he's right, man, you kill him that same night. You don't put him in prison. You try to rehab him, or take him to gay camp, or give him a parade. Here in America, man, what they say, gay and proud, man. You proud to be a goddamn faggot or a lesbian, man. That's why, man, America gonna be destroyed very soon, man.
That's right.
Just because of that wickedness, man.
It says, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils.
Yeah, America, man, is falling every day, man. America been falling since the 50s, man. Because since I was living inside preacher, man, since 1969, America been falling, man.
And it says,
it became the habitation of devils, man. They're all kind of false spirits, man, all over America, man. When you watch that movie Conspiracy, man, there's spirits all over us, man. All over Salaki, there's spirits everywhere. There's righteous spirits and there's wicked spirits, man. That's why America is known as what? The valley of the shadow of death, man.
Yep.
Everywhere you go, man, there's wickedness, man. When you go to the train station, anywhere you go, people be saying at you, man. You never see these people a day in your life, man. And I asked a brother that it happening to him too. I thought it would be happening to me. Brother said, yes, it'll be happening to him. But what the brother said, they know we got the spirit of the Lord upon us, man. So that wicked ass spirit upon them, making them stand. You know, I never see these people a day in my life, man. Especially these nigga women, they be giving me that hard look. You know why? America is the valley of the shadow of death, man. America is full of devils, brother.
That's right. And it says, and the hold of every false spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Yeah, man, there's false spirit everywhere, man. There's false spirit in the food, the air, the water, the people, the music. Anytime you listen to this music, man, that's a false spirit. Once you come into this truth, man, the Most High put a shield upon you, man. So you can listen to those music, the Most High gonna make nothing happen to you, man. You can breathe the air, the Most High gonna make nothing happen to you, man. You can drink the water, the Most High gonna make happen to you, because the Most High is gonna protect his elect. That's why some people in the world, man, even in cancer and diabetes, man, and gout, the Most High putting a hedge upon them, man. But once you come into this truth, man, the Most High gonna put a hedge upon you, man, to protect you from these false spirits, man, and these crazy ass people that want to shoot somebody down, man, and run somebody over a car, or try to get you in an accident, man. But the Most High said he's gonna protect us, man.
And it says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, all these nations, man, they drink that wine, man. What's that wine? That democracy. All these nations got democracy, man. Most of these nations got democracy. Most of these nations got central bank. There's only 3 nations left in the world that ain't got a central bank. But all these countries that got a central bank, that means what? The Rothschild control them, man. They in debt to the Rothschild.
And it says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich.
All these nations, man, have committed fornication with America. America is the #1. America is the consuming country, man. America don't produce nothing. Back in the days, in the motel, we used to be producing cars, brothers in slavery. We used to be producing what? Sugar cane, cotton. America don't produce nothing, no, man.
That's right. And it says, let me read that. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yeah, the kings of the earth is a different nation, the president, or the prime minister, or the kings.
And it says, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
America keep consuming, man. America keep consuming. That's why America got $22 trillion in debt. America don't manufacture nothing, man. The only thing that manufactures is wickedness. So all these nations getting rich off of America. So listen.
Con. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, for, behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. So the day cometh that the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to cause America to burn as an oven, man. All right? And how is he going to do that? He's going to put his spirit upon the kings of the earth, such as Vladimir Putin, all right, King Jong-un, all right, all these different kings of these different various nations, all right, such as Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, all right, to shoot their missiles over here in America, man, to cause it to burn as an oven, all right? Because you see, when you have an oven, you know, an oven is something that you use to bake stuff, man. You know, an oven is something that you use to, you know, you put your food in, you know, you season up the chicken and all this stuff. And then when you're done, you know, you put it right inside of the oven and it burns, man. And that's what the Most High is going to do to America, which is Babylon the Great, man. He's going to take this bitch, and he's going to shove her right inside of the oven until she gets burnt right up, man. It's a crisp, until there's nothing left, man. Because you see, sometimes, you know, when you put chicken in the oven, you know, you kind of overcook it and it comes out real black, real burnt up. All right, that's what the Most High is going to burn this bitch, man. All right, because that fire is going to be extremely intense. All right, it's going to be 200 million nuclear missiles, all right, pursuant to the book of Revelation chapter 9 verse 16. All right, that's going to cause this great destruction, man. It says, and all the proud, and the proud are the Edomites, all right, and the Edomites are the so-called white race, man. All right, according to the Bible, as well as 2/3 of the nation of Israel, all right, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It says, yea, and all that do wickedly. And hasn't the so-called white man done wickedly? Hasn't the so-called white man done wickedly when he made these different agreements with these different nations, with the Native Americans, man, the so-called Native Americans, when he came over here? Hasn't he done wickedly when he broke his covenants, as we was going into earlier? Hasn't he done wickedly when he committed fornication with these different nations on the planet Earth, man? Hasn't he done wickedly by bringing his democracy, his so-called democracy, to these other different nations, man? All right, look at the Middle East. Look at the chaos that's going on over there in the Middle East. Look at some of these Arab countries, because of the so-called white, because of the Edomites' influence in these different countries. It has caused these countries to adapt the ways of the Edomites, man, of the so-called white race. All right, that's where you see we have women over there in these different Arab countries, you know, driving cars and all this stuff, man. When before, they never used to do that kind of stuff. But because they have committed fornication with the whore, all right, which is America, which is the virgin daughter of Babylon, that's why they became messed up like that, man. All right, so reading on, it says, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And that's what the Most High is going to cause them to be as. He's going to make them as stubble, man. All right? When you look at stubble, you know, you stomp on stubble, man. You know, it burns. And then when you're done, you know, you stomp on it, man. All right? It says, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave neither root nor branch. So the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which shall burn as an oven, all right, shall leave America with neither root nor branch, man. All right, he's gonna leave the inhabitants of the Edomites, of the so-called white race, all right, with neither root nor branch, man. And ultimately in the kingdom as well, after 1,000 years, man, of slavery, all right, pursuant to the book of Obadiah, the 18th verse, because the Most High is gonna completely and utterly wipe the seed line of the Edomites of the face of the planet Earth.
That's right.
All right. So, and you may deny that, all right, for you Edomites out there, but this is prophecy, and that's what we're here for. We're here to prophesy the downfall of your kingdom, man. All right, because it tells you in the book of Jeremiah, the prophets that had been before me, all right, had prophesied against many kingdoms, man. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, and those prophets are back here today in the reincarnation to finish off the job. All right. So that's, you got a precept, or I got something else? If you
Yeah, I got a quick precept.
Okay.
This is just to go with the brother. And he said, the scripture said, all the proud and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. This is Proverbs 16 and 18, and it says, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. So yeah, man, we in the era of the fall of the so-called white man, man. Because guess what, man? In the previous scriptures we read, it says what? the wicked covered the faces of the judges thereof. Okay, he have broken every covenant. All right, he transgressed by wine and all these things, man. The so-called white man, man, these Edomites, man, they think they can't get touched because of these things, man. All right.
Even when they're walking around these niggas, man, they act like American army is their army, man.
That's
See, America got the greatest army on the earth. Russia can't touch them. They got Patriot missiles that could shoot the nuclear missiles, though. Don't you know the Most High say you're gonna put the spirit in these missiles, man? Right. None of these missiles are gonna touch each other. All these missiles are gonna hit America, man.
Yeah, man. Just how, you know, just how these Edomites live, man. Everything they do is just full of pride, man. As a brother was saying earlier, it's gay and I'm proud. Like, what type of shit is that, man? You gay and you proud. Okay, your army is full of you the proud Marines. Everything is pride, man. Everything is pride. And the scriptures say a pride go before destruction, man. And that's why the fall of America is going to be so fucking epic, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Even other Edomite nations, man, they look over here and they see the pride, man. You know what I'm saying? What the scripture says, his look was more stout than his fellows, man. Okay, we see that with Donald Trump, how he carries himself, man, in front of all the other world leaders, man. It's crazy, man. But you know, it's prophecy, man. This place is about to fall, man. All right, this place is about to fall, and there's no doubt about it, man.
I got a precept real quick. Yeah, and because of his pride, that's why the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has made these different heathen nations look down upon him, man.
That's right.
All right, and we're gonna read it. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small, and that thee is referring to the Edomites. All right, the so-called white race. All right, and the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is saying, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. All right, thou art greatly despised. Yeah, you're greatly despised because you're going about, all right, having great pride, all right, to try and pursue and convince these different countries, and more so, you know, force them, all right, to be subjected under your will, man. All right, to do as you say, as you tell them to do. And if they don't do it, you're gonna put more sanctions on them, so-called. All right.
What are we doing to making like a civil war, and the people they signed up a civil war?
Can't.
They backing other people in the country, other people in the country that hate the government. They backing those people up, and they start a civil war. The same thing that they did the same thing with Assad, man, and they did the same thing with with Panama, with Manama Noriega. Started a civil war in his country. And they did the same thing with President Bush did that with he did that in Iraq, man, talking about weapons of mass destruction. And he lied about it, man. After he killed all these people, he said he had bad information, he's sorry. So they're sorry gonna cover up all those Iraqis right there and these stupid ass 2/3 of all people that's in the white man army that died in Iraq, man. They ain't gonna cover them, man. Okay, man.
Khan, and the pride of America is stirring up the king of the Medes, man.
Yeah.
All right? The Russians, man. All right? The so-called white man, because of his pride, as the brother just read earlier, pride comes before destruction, all right? And the haughty spirit before a fall. That's stirring up the king of the Medes and the kings of these different nations, man, such as Iran, all right? And North Korea. And recently, North Korea and South Korea, all right, finally, you know, so-called put aside the differences, all right, and came into agreement. But, as it is written in the book of 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, the 3rd verse, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them as prevail with a woman, all right, the child, man.
And that nigga Donald Trump's so proud, but he said he brings his 2 countries. That nigga's a proud-ass nigga, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Edomite. He said to bring the North and the South together. He said they should give him a Nobel Peace Prize for bringing peace to the Asians. All right, that's good.
Khan, it said, this is verse 10, this is the point that I wanted to get. It says, the pride of thine heart, all right, the pride of your mind, Esau, all right, had deceived thee. So the pride of your heart had deceived you, Edomites, man, because you really believe that deep down, all right, that your houses shall continue, man. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, man. But we have the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has bad news for you. It's not going to continue, man. All right, it's going to be utterly wasted. All right. It says, going on, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Yeah, and when you look at the so-called white man's habitation, all right, all that goes back to ancient Rome. When you look at the courthouse, all right, the architect of the courthouse, you know, these different buildings in the city, 34th Street, all right, 42nd Street, all right, all that goes back to ancient Rome, and that also goes back to the Caucasus Mountains, man. All right, in Seir, Mount Seir, his dwelling place. All right, the caves, man.
Put concrete everywhere.
Yeah, concrete, you know, and then he likes to make his habitation, you know, extremely high.
Yep.
You know, that's why the scripture refers to him as an eagle, man. All right, that's his pride. We're reading on. It says, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, all right, in his mind, because the word heart means mind. It goes back to the Hebrew word lab, all right, which means your mind, all right. That said in his mind, in his heart, all right, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, and that's what Esau is saying in his heart, man, beginning with these elites. Who's gonna bring us to the ground, man? Who's gonna prevent us, or who's gonna try to stand in the way of us establishing our new world order, man? All right. Well, guess what? The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua said that he's the one that's gonna do it, man, because in the fullness of your sufficiency, all right, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna cause you to be in straits, man. And straits is a position of difficulty, all right? And that's what the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna cause to happen, man. And he's gonna cause it through his prophets, because the words that we speak are the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We warn, our job is to warn the elect, man, to feed the elect. And we warn the elect, all right, to not take that chip, because that chip is the goal of his new world order, to enforce that chip, man, all right, to control the minds of the people on the face of the planet Earth, all right. And he's ultimately going to be in straits because the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to lift up a standard, man. All right, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to come back with clouds, man. All right, and his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire, man. All right, because the Lord is not coming back with peaches and creams, man. You people think it's, oh, you know, you all gonna get lifted up in the sky, you all gonna be, you know, levitating, you know, Project Blue Beam and all this madness, you know, that the so-called Christians, you know, teach at church, you know, on Sundays. All right, we're finishing off. It says, who shall bring me down to the ground? Yeah, and that's what you're asking. Who's gonna stand in my way? Well, this is what it says, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, all right, and an eagle is known for its keen sight, all right, for its high, you know, flying altitude, all right. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, in other words, though, you know, you're being extremely prideful, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, yeah, your space programs, you know, though you set your satellites out there in space, man, all right, claim that you're gonna, you know, create a space program to fight against alien invasion and all this madness, man. Your Star Wars program, all right. Though you set your nest among the stars, all right. Thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord Yahweh. So the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the one that's gonna bring you down. Thou most proud that says in his heart, who's gonna bring me down, man? All right, the Edomites. Got it.
Yeah, man, so you're getting dark.